put those lights around the hold on. Ice cream!
A Texan shave, steel in hand, traditional wet, shaving smooth and grand.
Howdy, welcome back to A Texan Shaves. Day one of Fran's Space Cream Advent, well, sort of an Advent, new summer tradition here. So remember, here we go. We're going to open up day one. Now remember, the proper order is from left to right, from top to bottom, so this is day one. Let's pop it open real quick and let's see what, man, I have been waiting. This has been sitting in my den for a while and just staring at me. It was really hard not to just go ahead and pop them all open. Had so much fun during the Christmas one. I'm trying not to rip this. I want to break that perforation right. Get it going on that side. They do such a good job on these, and thank you, Douglas, Fran, Huxley, and everyone at Phoenix Artisan for putting this together. I know it was a lot of work. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I think I know what this one is, just looking at the label. And you get a wooden spoon. I guess that's the scoop out of the jar. So there's no write-up in these. I was expecting a little write-up or blurb about it, but no write-up in these. I know they threw these together pretty quickly, so I'm assuming that's why. Let's set that aside. And guys, this is an actual spoon. If you remember getting those little cups of ice cream from the convenience store or skating rink or wherever, that's pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, it's exactly, and I was hoping this one was in there. It's exactly what I thought it was. Strawberry shortcake. I was talking to someone about this when the idea of this advent calendar first came up. This is one I was hoping, and I was hoping the cousin to this, the chocolate eclair, may be in there. But yeah, strawberry shortcake. I am looking forward to this. Thank God no mint chocolate chip. So let's look at the ingredients on the splash bottle. I wonder if it's anything funny like on the Advent ones. I can barely read this. Those are instructions. Denatured alcohol, Madagascar vanilla, hydrosol, essential oil and fragrance oil, glycerin, aloe vera, benzoin resin. Nope, nothing crazy like Tears of a Gnome. 60 cents. All right, man. All right, so let's, I'm going to crack this splash open and put a little on the back of my hand. Ooh. Nice. Let's take a look at the pour in there. It's a little dark. Oh, man. Strawberry vanilla for sure. Very sweet, sugary. Oh, that's it. They hit it. That is that strawberry shortcake ice cream bar for sure. That is ice cream truck memories unlocked right there. I like the color of the lid. You know, it matches, and I brought a few brushes in here to go with it, but look at that. That's the brush we're going to go with on that. Okay, we're going to let that dry down a bit. All right, guys. I'm going to get a lather whipped up, choose my razor, choose my brush, which I already did. Get a lather whipped up, and we're going to talk about it during the shave. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I think we're ready for the shave. Smelling this now, it's the dry down is really nice. It goes a little more. I feel like the wood of the popsicle stick is in there, but I don't know because I don't have any write-up about it. But I'm getting a little bit of a wood in there, and I'm wondering if they put a scent note for the wood of the popsicle stick, but that wasn't there on the top. The top end was definitely like a strawberry vanilla, and it was even more of that artificial type strawberry too. It wasn't, not in a bad way. It was really nice. I mean, you knew what it was. Definitely sweet. But all right, so speaking of ice cream, look at that lather too. Jeez. I am ready for the shave. I've got about, almost 4 days, I think, both on the head and face, and we're doing a head shave today. Let me get the glasses off. And let's get the head wet. I just have not had much time for much of anything lately, much less a shave. And then I was planning on doing these videos a day ago, the first two of these actually, and I just did not get a chance to do it, so that added another day. All right, let's get some of the excess out of this brush. And as always, I have whipped up a lot more than I need. All right. Beautiful lather. Love CK6. Well, all of you know I am a PAA fanboy, of course. So, in fact, I'm wearing my Garden of Bali shirt. Garden of Berry, sorry. All right. I think we can add a little bit more water to this, actually. Man, that is such a good strawberry. It's really nice. Let's get a little bit more water. I think we need quite a bit of water. There we go. I'd put a lot in the bowl too. Oh, much better. Much better. You know what would be nice? Since it's ice cream, if this had some menthol in it for cooling. Man, that smells, I don't know. There's something else in there other than the strawberry and vanilla. I'm not quite sure what that is. All right, so we're going with the stainless steel Ascension. I put the purple flare tip on it. I've got a first use Filoso blade in there. Let's get this blade warmed up. Man, this was such a fantastic idea. I am excited to get through the rest of these days. Oh, geez, I needed a shave so bad. So tell me any stories about the ice cream man you may know. There were three really. Yeah, there were three kinds of ice cream men when I was young in the 70s. Well, two were kind of ice cream and one was a snow cone. There was actually, they would take do you remember? I don't know if you remember the old mail Jeeps. They were very similar to the old military Jeeps, and they had a sliding door on one side, and they were the old Jeep brand Jeeps. And there was a guy that had like 6 or 7 of those in the town where I grew up, and had a little team of people that would drive around. Had a snow cone, an ice grinder in the back with all the flavorings, and would make you a snow cone. And then we had a snow cone man. And then we had the popsicle man, and he drove one of those old box trucks that did not have a cab over the driver's seat. It was just an open cab, and then it was a freezer box, and he would have popsicles instead of ice creams, like the Twin Pops and Bomb Pops and things like that. He didn't have anything that was creamy. It was all fruity frozen ice stuff. And then there's, of course, the ice cream man that had all the novelties, the fudge bomb pops, the strawberry shortcakes, eclairs, the fruit or push-ups, the licensed character shaped ones that had a bubble gum somewhere on the nose or eyeballs, and they always looked contorted or distorted. And yeah, so those were the ones in the town where I grew up that were around. Sometimes if you were lucky, not that you ever had the money for it or your parents would, but if you're lucky, you'd have all three in one day come by your neighborhood. Anybody else have a snow cone man in your neighborhood? I haven't seen one since my childhood, actually. I mean, there's those shaved ice trucks now because that's the rage. And of course, let's face it, shaved ice is superior to crushed ice or ground ice. And now there's actual locations like Bahama Bucks where you can get that stuff. Man, I do like this Santa. This is the one I crossed my fingers that would be in there, and it was day one. Go figure. That is so nice. Happy about that. Nice. So tell me down below, since this is just day one and we got 5 more days to go, what do you hope to see in the next few days? Let's see if any of y'all might get lucky enough and get your wish. I'd like to know what you're expecting now that you've seen the first one. I'm still hoping for the chocolate eclair. What else? Oh, of course, you know, I like the fudge bomb pop, the one that's chocolate, banana chocolate, but this is dating me. I don't know if a lot of you even remember these, but I'll put a picture up. Popsicle brand, which they're not, Popsicle brand isn't around anymore. They were bought out, I think, by Blue Bunny, or I'm not sure who they were bought out by, but they made the Fudgesicle. Everyone remembers the Fudgesicle, just a chocolate ice cream bar on a stick. Well, one that's not as remembered is a banana fudge. And it was basically that center section you get of a current fudge bomb pop, but so it's just banana, but in an ice cream bar. That was my favorite. Still is to this day. And then Bluebell, which is a local creamery in Brenham, Texas. Some of you may be familiar, others of you aren't, and I'm sorry you've never probably experienced some of the greatest ice cream in the world from Bluebell. They took over and they made a banana fudge ice cream bar. And it was around for years until they had a listeria outbreak at the factory quite a few years back, and they had to shut down, and it was probably some of the darkest days in the state of Texas. Bluebell was gone. Bluebell was no more. They got everything cleaned up, fixed, and back better than ever, and reopened. And I remember the first day Bluebell ice cream was back in the stores. It was almost like a Texas national holiday. Everyone ran. But they never brought back the banana fudge bars. And there's quite a few other things they never brought back. So it was still a bit of a sad day. But I've tried to hunt some down, and it doesn't seem that anybody makes those. There's one other very specific ice cream that was only found in Texas, and it is no longer available either. And it was sold at Six Flags Over Texas, only at the Six Flags Over Texas location. And it was called the Pink Thing. And it was kind of a push-up. It was a plastic stick in a tube. And on the plastic stick, once you ate the ice cream down, there was this pink dragon. But the flavor was a cherry sherbet, and it was a really unique cherry flavor, not like others you've probably had. It was very specific. And the last time I went to Six Flags Over Texas, they still had the pink thing, but they had changed it to a cotton candy. Another very sad and disappointing day. Man, it smells so good in here. It's very, there's something cotton candy-ish about this scent. I mean, I'm getting the strawberry eclair for sure. It's spot on. But there's something very, very, very sweet. I'm thinking there's a sugar note in there possibly, and I'm not sure if it is or not, but I'm getting a cotton candy vibe just in the aroma in my bathroom right now. All right, let me get a rinse, come back up for the splash. My final thoughts. Be right back. All right, it's a great shave. Stainless steel Ascension from Phoenix Shaving. Boy, I'm glad to get that shave in. I've needed one for days. Shaving cream all in my ears. All right. I don't know how much I shouldn't have used all those topics in this first video. I don't know what all I'm going to talk about on ice cream going for 5 more days. So, all right. Oh, that smells good. There's definitely, man, I'm going to be shocked if I'm wrong. There's definitely a woody note in there. Definitely. Oh, 100%. There has to be. Yeah, it's definitely whatever that. I don't know what those sticks are made of. Balsam wood or something, maybe. I don't know. Oh, that is so good. That is, Fran, you nailed it with the strawberry shortcake. I like this one a lot. I really do. It's a great summer scent. If I'm going to shave with this again, and geez, look at, you know me, I'm just way too much lather. I'm going to shave with this one again, but I'm going to add some menthol to this. This needs some menthol. All right, guys, that's day 1. Hope you're looking forward to the next 5 days. I can't wait to open the next one. Find your peace in what and where you can. We'll see you next time on the Texan Shaves.